Good afternoon, everyone. I'm News 8 meteorologist Ashley Baylor in the News 8 Now Stream Center, trying to get through the hump of the week here. I don't know if you are as well. This week seems to be dragging its heels a little bit. I don't know why. It just does. Maybe because we're heading into February and the weather has been a little iffy lately, and it's not really going to change. We have a parade of storms set up in our 8-day forecast, so let me not waste your time. Let's talk about this winter weather advisory that we have in effect for tomorrow. So this is not for tonight. This is specifically for Thursday. And they did end up extending that winter weather advisory all the way to the shoreline, and rightfully so, because here at the shoreline, we are going to get snow that will change over to an icy mix, and that's really going to be the trend across most of the state. So let's look at where this pesky little system is right now. It's actually out in the Midwest. And I know it doesn't look super menacing, but yeah, that rain that you're seeing from Memphis up through Nashville into Louisville and St. Louis, that is all going to be heading in our direction, and it is going to gain some more energy. So even though it doesn't look all big and bad right now, trust me, it's going to be less than pleasant heading into tomorrow. But at least things are pleasant-ish, I will say. You know, we do have lots of sunshine out there. We're just some high, thin clouds. But that wind, yeah, that's a rude wind. Temperatures right now, we're at 24 degrees in Torrington. It's 34 here in New Haven, 30 in Hartford, about 32 degrees in New London. That's without factoring in the wind. The wind has backed off a little bit since we were originally on at noon. Right now it's ranging anywhere between 7 to 13 miles per hour. But that's knocking those wind chills back into the teens and 20s. So it feels more like the teens and 20s outside, a big change from this time yesterday. So let's talk about this latest storm system. As we head through this evening, you'll probably notice more high, thin clouds starting to fill in. Overnight, it'll turn cloudy. Really, most of the night is going to be dry. But as we get closer to sunrise, that's when the snow is going to start up. So if you're heading out the door, I would say from 4 to 5 to even 6 o'clock, you should be okay. But if you're heading out later, say 7, 8, 9 o'clock, that's when things are going to get a little more dicey with the snow moving in. So I do think road conditions are going to deteriorate very fast heading through tomorrow morning. Here we are at 9 o'clock. You can see snow across the entire state. And it's not just light snow. Those darker shades of blue indicate moderate to heavy snow at times. So it's going to start kind of adding up somewhat quickly. As we head towards noon, you can see as temperatures start to come up a bit, that snow is going to switch over to an icy mix, indicated by that strip of purple that you see there. So that means that snow mixing with sleet, possibly changing over to freezing rain. And then at the shoreline, if it gets warm enough, it may switch over to just regular rain showers. But I do think most of the state is going to be looking at snow and then possibly a glaze of ice on top of that. Now, it's not going to last all day. Notice it's gone by about 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it doesn't have a lot of time to drop a lot of snow on us, so we're not looking at any blockbuster totals. But when you're talking about a glaze of ice on top of the snow, it means that travel conditions are going to stay likely hazardous through the afternoon and certainly into the evening commute. So this is how it comes together. I think widespread across the state, we're looking at 1 to 3 inches. You get closer to the Massachusetts state line, so you get up towards Salisbury, Norfolk, Enfield, Somers, Union, Stafford, I'd even say Thompson. You may be looking at closer to 4 inches there because that area may not make the full switch over to all of an icy mix, if you catch my drift. So, turning cloudy tonight. There will be snow by daybreak. Temperatures are initially going to drop into the teens and 20s, but then likely rise a few degrees by morning. So tomorrow, not a good day. I'm sure the question is, are kids going to have school? It's not up to me, but I would say the odds of schools being closed is pretty high. So snow to sleet and freezing rain tomorrow. Temperatures will eventually be able to warm into the mid-30s, but again, travel conditions are not going to be good on Thursday. I would even say maybe Friday morning commute may not be great either, but Friday will be a brighter yet windy day. So even though temperatures will be close to 40 degrees, it'll feel colder than that. Now Saturday, more clouds move in. I again think most of Saturday is going to be fine, but we get into Saturday evening and there's going to be another round of snow that comes in. And this is going to be very similar to what we're experiencing with this Thursday one, where it starts off as snow, we get some fresh powder on the ground, and then we're going to put a glaze of ice on top of that. The only kind of glaze I like is the type that comes on a donut. I don't particularly care for the Mother Nature brand. But anyway, going into Sunday morning, it is likely going to be an icy start, but Tuesday will be salvageable, if you will, because we're not going to be dealing with any sort of wintry precip all day on Sunday. It really should be limited to the early morning hours. So if you have plans for the big game on Sunday, I think you'll be okay. Yeah, I'd still certainly watch it out on the roads, but I think for the most part, we'll be okay. And as I said yesterday, doesn't matter what the weather is. I am going to get my J. Tim's wings. Now, there are other great wing places out there. I just haven't tried them yet. We were just talking about Dewdrop Inn, which is in Derby. I have never seen a list of wing flavors like that. Incredible, but I haven't tried them yet. So anyway, going into Monday, we're looking okay. There is a chance for maybe another little quick-moving system Tuesday night. Our models are not in full agreement with that one, but they do agree that we could see another round of snow going into next Thursday. So that's why I say we have a little bit of a parade going on here. And so far, fuzzy little prognosticator, Punxsutawney Phil, well, I will say his prediction seems to be holding up, at least with this 8-day forecast. Of course, our local prognosticators, Chuckles the Groundhog, Beardsley Bart, Scramble the Duck, all called for an early spring. So I don't know. Maybe after this week, things are going to warm up and their forecast will come to fruition. I think a lot of people are hoping for an early spring, but it's not in this week. So thanks a lot, Feathers. We were supposed to apparently go with 6 more weeks of winter, but anyway, please stay safe out on the roads tomorrow and, of course, going into Saturday night and Sunday morning. We don't want to have too many issues out there. Unfortunately, there probably will be. So make sure that you check in later on with me at 4 o'clock. Joe Fury will be in starting at 5. And then, of course, Chief Meteorologist Gil Simmons will be in at 4 o'clock with Alyssa Taglia. They'll be giving you a check on the roads. See you tomorrow.